Right, folks, I don't even know why I'm doing this pigging video. I'm sort of doing it, in some respects, to defend myself, yet I've nothing to defend. I'm happy with everything I do. It's about the channel. And if you're new to the channel, well, whether you're new or not, I'm just going to tell you about the channel and about what I do and why I do it, the basis behind it, and more importantly, more than anything else, I'm going to tell you that I'm not going to pig in change. I'm going to carry on doing what I do, the way I do it, because I agree with what I'm doing. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I like what I'm doing. I set up this channel to do all the things I'm doing now and cover all the things I'm covering now. And I know deep down, even when I do some things that others don't agree with and aren't on board with, I know they all come from a decent and a good place. I know I knock many folk, but I knock them often for amusement, for a laugh and a joke, 'cause I believe we should laugh. But I also knock them because I think they deserve knocking. But at the same time, I praise many people. Let me read you some bits and pieces that happened last night that really annoyed me and upset me. I've said before, folks, I've got the thickest skin on YouTube. I have. Don't let people get to me. Don't let people worry me. Don't care what people say. I have people in the comment section on a reasonably regular basis having a pop. Some really nasty. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I'll keep saying this. I do not get rid of them. I do not stop them commenting. And I do not wipe the comments out. Unlike everybody else in YouTube that just dumps them or gets rid of the comments. Many answer the comments and have a pop back. I don't do that. I just don't give them the satisfaction of getting a reply. Or sometimes I play along with it and turn it around very rarely. Or I pretend when I know they're calling me, I act like they're calling the person I'm talking about. And I say, yeah, you're right, he is a bad and he is this, he is that. And they must think, what's he on about there? A couple of things came yesterday and I knew where they were going and they annoyed me. And they only annoyed me because they came from somebody that I really like. Or should I say liked? And it's now wearing thin and depressing me. And I don't get rid of folk off this channel unless they ever go at friends or family members of mine or other people that come onto this channel to support the channel and to watch the videos. If you're watching at home now, Mabel, or you there, Cyril, and somebody comes on here tomorrow calling either of you and they're nasty and it goes too far, I will get rid of them on your behalf. Because I'm not having anybody calling you two. You're good people, you come watching me, you're supportive. I'm not having anyone coming on here calling you. They can call me, but I won't have them calling you. I'm getting rid of them. And I've done it on about 8 occasions thus far, folks. 8 occasions in nearly 3 years, it's not many. I've never got rid of anybody for having a go at me, ever. This person from last night is very close. Now, this person has left twice of his own accord for absolutely no reasons whatsoever. I've given this person a lot of my own personal time. And I like this person. But this person has issues. I think his issues are, I think he's concerned that we don't talk anymore. But I'm not losing sleep. I'm not. We don't talk anymore because of himself. And not because of me. This is what came up last night. I did a piece yesterday on Cliff Richard, and then I'm going to tell you about the channel at the end and why I do what I do. Piece on Cliff Richard. It was another tongue-in-cheek one by me. There was something reported yesterday saying Cliff had been out with Priscilla Presley, Elvis's old wife there, for an intimate lunch. And I joked about it being intimate as in a bit of how's your father. Now we know, or we believe Cliff isn't that way inclined. It was unlikely to happen. If it weren't going to happen with Olivia Newton-John, it's very unlikely to happen with Priscilla, especially with boat on it now. Good grief, the plastic surgeons run amok there. Anyway, that's a different story. Anyway, this person messaged me. I'm going to tell you the whole message thread. I'm not going to tell you the person's name. I'm not going to mention his name. Some people, great song. You see, it was about Cliff Richard. Cliff Richard has a song called Some People. I messaged back, yes, excellent song. I thought, what's coming here? I think I know. Messages me back with all them, they called emojis. I don't do all them. This person's 10 or 15 years older than me, but he does them emojis. I don't do them. Well, go and look at the official video and taking the lyrics in. Some people. He wanted me to go and listen to the video and take in the lyrics. I knew what the lyrics were and what they were about. I knew what he was getting at. But he doesn't ever come out and say to me what he thinks. He doesn't come out and have a pop at me. He does it in a very, very, very veiled way, or with like smoke and mirrors, or talking in riddles, and it does my piggy heading. Because often I can't understand what he's talking about. Now and again I can, but often I can't understand it. And I think, well, if you're going to have a pop, just have a pop. Don't talk in riddles. So I messaged back. I thought, I'm going to do the same as him for a change. I've never done this before with him. Yes, great lyrics, but not as great as the ones he sung himself by Don Gibson. And then I put in brackets. That said, I prefer Merle Haggard's version of Gibson's. Merle Haggard's version over Gibson's. Close brackets. But hey, it's all about choice and interpretation. And then I put, he was probably a good singer. He was probably as good a singer as a writer, and folk forget that. Now he'll have seen that and thought, what's he on about there? Because I've done the same as him, the smoke and mirrors. And he doesn't realise what I know and how clever in certain subjects I can be. I know that the song he's talking about was written by a chap called Phrase, is it? I think it's Phrase anyway. I know the chap well because people only know him as a songwriter. He was also in a duo for many a year, and he sung many songs. And one of the most well-known songs was, Merle Haggard covered it, but Don Gibson released it. What's it called? I don't know. Sea of Heartbreak, that's it. Somebody in a karaoke used to go 15 years ago, you sing it. He's since died. Sad. You sing it brilliantly. You'll know it. Da-da, on the water, don't cry for me. I'm like a lost ship, alone on the sea. Sea of heartbreak, lost love, loneliness, memories of it. Anyway, I can't sing, but you get the gist. Merle Haggard did that and I loved it. Great, great, great song. Now this fella sung that in his own duo with his pal. As I say, people know him as a writer. He's wrote for Cliff Richard. He's wrote for another couple of acts, B.A. Robertson and people like that. He's wrote for a few acts over the years. But people don't know him as a singer, and he's sung himself. And he did that song, the Don Gibson song, which Merle Haggard did, and a few others. Elvis has done it and others have. Great, great song. He didn't understand what that meant, I don't think, so he came back with this. He got to the point with this. With respect, David, what you personally feel is great. It's up for debate, especially knowingly knocking older people's on air. That's your style, isn't it? Just another example of subtle hypocrisy, which is exactly a mirror reflection of yourself. Making light of others that are possibly suffering. Enjoy talking down talking. Enjoy talking down talking. It means enjoy talking people down, having a pop at people. Then he's got a thing there with the WC in it, that's toilet. Then he's got an arrow going down, I don't know what that one means, but some of you will. Then he's got a turd, and then he's got three hands clapping. So he's saying, I'm a hypocrite, I make fun of talking people down, I have a go at people, older people, what did he put them? That are possibly suffering. So he's talking mental health, isn't he? Everyone talks mental health. You'd always pull that card and then everyone got shot down for it. I was glad he said what he wanted to say. I knew what he wanted to say. I was glad it came out. This was my reply, and I think it's very important. Then I'll tell you what I do in this channel. Who am I knocking? Who is suffering? Question mark. Did you see my piece on Oliver Holt and Mason Greenwood? I did that the same day. Wasn't knocking anybody in that one. Did you read the heading? Did you listen to the opinion therein and what I talked about? This is all with question marks. And then I put, Mason Greenwood, now there is an interesting fellow. A guy that everybody and their dog has turned their back on. In brackets, would you reckon Mr. Greenwood is suffering? Please tell me, as you seem to know how we should treat, describe and comment on all and sundry. Close brackets. Now, many of you might not agree with what we've heard and seen about Mason Greenwood and so on and so forth, and I get that. And I've been a supporter to an extent of these for a few months. Don't go against me until you hear it all. I've read a piece about Mason Greenwood, a 2-3 page piece that I've actually aired on this channel, and when I read it, it made me think of Mason Greenwood in a different way than I did, and that we all, and you probably all do. But what I'm saying is Greenwood has got the world on his shoulders, everybody hates him, he can't play football back over here, the club he's wanted to play for all his life and started with won't touch him with the badge pole, he wants to play for England again, England won't touch him, he's in like no man's land, he's worshipped in France where he's doing really, really well, but that's not what he wants to be and where he wants to be and so on and so forth. And as I say, I know a bit more about Greenwood than many of you do, so I'm sort of thinking he's had a pretty roughish ride. For all I don't condone anything we've seen and heard. But I'm saying, would you say Mason Greenwood is suffering? I would suggest he is. But I've done something, not knocking him down. Anyway, do me a favour if you get a minute. This is me telling this fella. Do me a favour if you get a minute. Go and search my Paul O'Grady and Barry Humphries videos. Sadly, now both not with us. Give me your thoughts on these videos. Maybe, this was in capital letters, maybe, even have a listen to the George Best and Bill Shankly videos. And then I put, and it isn't just dead people, because sadly all of those are dead. Maybe have a look at anything to do with maybe, these three names just came to my head very quickly, there's millions more. Janet Street Porter, Prince, Steve Ovett. And there are loads and loads more. But maybe they just don't suit your narrative, so maybe you won't look. Yellow card, by the way. That's telling him now a yellow card has been issued. He's left the channel twice. I never pushed him away, that was his choice. Never begged him to stay. Each time he comes back, he wants to be part of the channel. He wants to comment. And most of the time he's complimentary. And then maybe, I don't know if he's having 1 over the 10 or whatever else, things get the better of him. I don't know if it's that. And he decides to have a go. And a real go. And when you spend a lot of time with somebody and give people your time, and my time is precious, maybe your time is all, but mine really is, with the various family members I've got and work commitments and everything else, and you've really liked a person and invested in them, for him to keep throwing stuff against the wall about you, it's hurtful. It bothers me. When others have a go wherever they are, they're faceless. It don't matter to me. And you won't like this fella, and I don't like it. It's like when your best mate turns his back on you, you've done nothing wrong. It hurts, it really hurts. It's not that it's hurting, but it's getting to me, it's doing me head in. So the next time this person puts anything like that on my channel, he's gone, I'm going to get rid. I don't want to, but he's gone. Now let me say what I do on this channel, folks. This is the last bit, I'm nearly finished now. I cover lots of sports on this channel. The biggest thing at the moment is horse racing. The community, I've got a bigger community for that than anything else. People follow that with regularity. I try to help folks and maybe put a bit of money in their pocket and stop them losing money, and try to call out unscrupulous people on YouTube and praise others who do the best. I do a lot to do with football, do a lot to do with Manchester United, they are my team. Do a lot to do with other sports, talk about Talk Sport and Sky Sports on a regular basis. Do loads to do with showbiz, more about that in a moment. I talk about politics and things that interest me in politics, although I'm not a politician. I don't follow any party. I've never voted for any single party my whole life, and I'll go to my grave never voting. I talk about all serious things when people have been wronged and abused, and, I talk about that. I talk about those things all over the world. I'm going to do something in a moment about the Ukraine. I'm pretty sure I am. I talk about loads to do with women and protecting women's rights. I'm a big advocate, and trans people should not be playing sports against women, or trans men that identify as women. I don't like it. I'm a big advocate in trans men identifying as women shouldn't be allowed in women's changing spaces. I don't agree with it. I care a bit for my wife, although she can take care of herself. I care even more for my daughters. One of them's fragile, as in tall, not big and whatever else. And I care even more for my grandchildren. I've got my granddaughters too, maybe one on the way. And that's what I care about. I don't think there should be the same changing rooms. There's lots and lots of things to talk about. I talk about grooming gangs on a regular basis. That'll get me some trouble, but that's life. But I don't just talk about Asian gangs or Pakistani gangs. I talk about Pakistani, Polish, Romanian and English gangs. I talk about whatever I read. Back to showbiz. I have this thing, one of the reasons I started this channel was I hate folk in this world that earn an absolute bloody fortune for having absolutely no talent. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. There's many people with loads of talent, can't get on in life, and I think it's a great shame. I call them out. I name them and I tell folk what I think of them. Now I might be wrong. That's just my opinion. But that's the great thing about this channel. You and I can have an opinion, and we can debate it in the comment section, and you can tell me I'm right, and you can tell me I'm wrong, and you can even have a go at me. I've had loads of a go at me about Cliff for a video I did last week about the double denim ensemble he was wearing. He looks alright, pillock. 85, 86 in double denim, shorts as well. Weird. But that's his choice, and I just said what I thought. Some have agreed with me, many have had a pop at me because they love Cliff. That's fine, I don't mind that. Part of what I do is laughing and joking, part of it is serious. But I have a go at these folk that I think are pulling the wool over our eyes and conning us out of a living, and there's loads of them. But at the other hand of things, I praise those that I believe deserve praise. I'm a Manchester United supporter all my life, card carrying. I've always loved them from being a kid. I'm of an age now where I remember them going down. I never supported anyone else because they went down a division. I hoped they'd come back, and they did, and I've loved them forever. I've gone through thick and thin. When I went to school, we hated Liverpool. We hated them with a passion. The Scousers were the same with us. Sadly, that's how things are now. It's tribal. United still like Liverpool, and Liverpool like United. But I'm that kind of person that although I hate what they've won, and I'm a bit more receptive now because we've won loads as well. Although I'm that kind of person, if somebody at Liverpool's absolutely brilliant, I'll see it and I'll say it. As I say, I've done 2 or 3 videos about Bill Shankly. I absolutely adored the man. He said he managed the team I hated, but I loved him, so it didn't matter. How many Liverpool fans say that about Ferguson? They might respect what he's won, but they all hate him. They absolutely hate him. I've got some dislike in me, maybe not hate, but I don't hate those that I admire. For I admire them whoever they manage. I'm different than many. What I say and what I do isn't what many would do. Many folk in this world don't knock others. Even if they don't like somebody in the media, whatever else, they don't want to knock anybody because they don't want to step out of line. They don't want others railing against them. I don't care. It's what I do. It's what I've built the channel on. So bear this in mind, folks. I won't be changing for anybody. If you don't like that, don't subscribe or walk away. But if you like to hear my thoughts, and many of you, maybe you don't agree with them, want to debate them with me, great, that's what we're here for. I'm sorry the picture quality's crap. The light's gone, I do apologise, it really has, and it's longer than I expected. But thanks for sticking with it, but I just want you to know going forward, whoever you might be, I'm not going to change for no bugger.